Hey guys, welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. My name is Rob. We do a bow. There we go. Alright, we started the catacombs last time and ended up getting most of the items therein. I'm going to go ahead and finish this area, get the rest of the goodies, and then we'll head on into Sin's Fortress. Hopefully be able to do all that in one video, but we'll see. I was hoping to be able to do all of the catacombs in one video, but that didn't work out, unfortunately. Although I did do some other stuff beforehand. So anyway, the reason I want to go back up to that first bonfire that I went to instead of using one of the other ones is because I like having a shortcut down here. Let's just drop on down. And this is a ledge outside of where you fight the Titanite demon, join the Gravelord Covenant. And watch out for these, whatever they are. Huh. Sound glitched out. I didn't even hear that thing do its normal sound that it does. Weird. As you can see, I'm using the... Oh, did I not kill all of the necromancers? Oh, I didn't, now that I think about it. And these skeletons are attached to that one. Huh. Oh well. It's fine, honestly. I'll end up killing that necromancer here in a bit. But I like to come down here to this NPC summon and summon him for no other reason than the fact that it's just fun. And he is really helpful down here, so... Alright, you need to leave. Go. Skeleton. Paladin Leroy. One of the most stupidly overpowered summons in the game. He's actually really useful for taking out the bone wheel skeletons down here. Get. Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and pillage this corpse. That is the cleric's equipment and weapon. He's done found him something to get into. The weapon he's using is called the Grant, I want to say. It's a giant divine mace, basically. And now he's wandering away. It's a typical Paladin Leroy thing to do. Usually, once he, walks far enough away from you, he'll go ahead and come on back. So, in the meantime, let me read that mace that I got, as well as the cleric's equipment. Mace is actually really good. Beast scaling and strength, only a 12 strength requirement. And yeah, it's strike damage, so it's got to be good. Iron hammer with a protrusive pommel. Standard weapon for clerics. This simple, bladeless strike weapon is effective against most foes and can break the guard of a shield. However, one miss leaves one wide open. Yeah, it does whiff if you miss the attack, and it is very short reach. So, I really hope Paladin Leroy will come on back and I don't have to try and chase him down. Looks like I might have to try and chase him down. Let's see, where's the cleric stuff? When you start as the cleric, you don't actually get the priest's hat. You get it when you pillage this corpse. Distinctive hat worn only by Way of White priests in Thorland. It is simply meant to show their position within the hierarchy. It holds almost no meaning in the land of Lordran. Robe donned by men of the cloth. Though plain to the eye, its hardy fabric repels rain and keeps the body warm. Those dissatisfied with church teachings must test their faith by going on a spiritual journey, such as the ritual self-purification of the Way of White. Traveling gloves. Thick, sturdy gloves made for travelers on extended journeys. It's interesting. Little commentary there. All right. Leroy. Leroy Jenkins. Where did you go? Idiot. Okay. Let me lure him over here and see if he'll fight most of these bone wheel skeletons for me. Whoa, Nelly. Get him, Leroy. Get to the bad guy. funny. He doesn't have the strength to one-hand the Grant, but if he hits with it, he'll actually kill most enemies regardless of whether he's got the strength for it or not. It's kind of funny. I need to heal. There we go. He doesn't have a ton of health, but he will heal himself. Bone Wheel skeletons do have a chance to drop a Bone Wheel shield. Yeah, there we go. He just healed himself up. Healed himself twice. Alright, I think that might have been all of them. One's stuck on me here. There's a black knight down here with a great axe. It's worth noting. And he'll jump down from up there. Yeah, there he goes. Lord. The sound of those things is not coming through at all. I don't know why. Oof. Where'd Leroy go now? I don't see him. There we go. And he always drops a white titanite chunk. He does have a chance to drop the Black Knight Great Axe, which is probably the best Black Knight weapon. Let's see, we got 2 archers and a necromancer. Ow. Get out of here. Alright. And that's pretty much everything, I think. I guess Leroy went back towards the boss fog. Because his AI is not very smart. Let's see, if you come down here the regular way... Oh, skeletons. You can actually drop down here. Yeah, you can just drop in on the Black Knight and hope you win. There we go. Alright. Yeah, let's go on to the boss, Pinwheel. Leroy, you ding dong. Let's traverse the white light. I guess I should have waited to heal. Alright, Leroy, let's pulverize this weak boss. A lot of skeletons hanging from the ceiling here. And this boss room is actually a gigantic coffin. It's also interesting. Like how they all look at each other. Pinwheel's boss music is extremely creepy to me. Or unsettling. Whoa. It's actually got really strong attacks. It's just... he doesn't have much health at all. What is Leroy doing? Holding up a shield to that one doppelganger. Oh wow. Yeah, if he makes enough copies of himself, it can get pretty hectic. And on higher New Game Plus difficulties, yeah, Pinwheel can actually be a threat. He has got a reputation of being like the weakest boss in the game, but you still do have to be a little careful. There we go. Let Paladin Leroy get the kill there. Alright, we got the Rite of Kindling, and we're going to get one of the masks. I think it's random which one you get. Mask of the Mother. Very nice. Let's see. Let me look at the Rite of Kindling first, which I think is a key item. Yeah. Rite, which boosts bonfires even further. This secret rite allows bonfires to be bolstered further with kindling so that even more Estus can be collected. Kindling was a sacred rite passed down among clerics. All undead can imitate the process in the same manner that they restore their hollowing with humanity. How peculiar that humans had found little use for humanity until they turned undead. Let's see here in the Mask of the Mother. One of the three masks of the Pinwheel, the necromancer who stole the power of the Grave Lord and reigns over the catacombs. This mask, belonging to the kindly mother, slightly raises HP. And at the meta level, you will see a ton of people wearing the Mask of the Mother on their build to get more health. I mean, you could always use more health. Alright, so that's it for that. I'm going to go ahead and homeward bone my way back out of here. And let's see, we'll level up. Yeah, do some more decks. Basically want to level up my decks until I get it to around 22. So that I can use these Silver Knight weapons, and then I'll probably upgrade health and endurance some more. Yeah, the good thing about doing the catacombs after you've defeated Ornstein and Smo is the fact that you can warp out of the catacombs. Ow. But even so, running out isn't all that difficult to do. And you get a view of the catacombs you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. A view of exiting them. Yeah, it's peculiar to me that Vamos, who in appearance, I mean, he resembles Gravelord Nito in that he's a giant, talking skeleton with a chain link beard looking thing going on. He's down in the catacombs, he's a smith. And yet he does like fire and chaos weapons, like stuff that things that are connected with the Witch of Isolith. And the Demon Ruins and Lost Isolith and all that. It's interesting to me. I'm like trying to wrap my head around like what his connection is exactly to all that.
Oh, I'm so...
Yeah. Sucks that I missed out on the dialogue between... basically going back and forth between him and Lautrec. I guess you have to go into the catacombs much earlier in order to access that speech or whatnot. And then, of course, Pinwheel's lore is, he stole the right of kindling. Somehow or another, he lost his wife and child, it's theorized, and then tried to bring them back and ended up morphing them all into his body, to where it's like, 3 bodies in one. So they had like the 3 masks on, and they each seem to be sentient. Father, the mother, and the child. And then he, creates all these doppelgangers like he's trying to find a way to separate themselves back out. And all he's managed to do is just, replicate himself. So, I don't know. It's almost like his story is kind of like a side story to the rest of what's going on. Alright, we're back at this bonfire. Let me see, let me repair whatever I can. Let's see, I could put most of this back in the bottomless box, probably. Yeah, I don't need a scimitar. Or, actually... yeah, I could do a scimitar. Yeah, you know what? Let me make this a +5 and eventually a +10 so I can get Quelaag's Fury Sword.
Well,
Let me see. Yeah, purchase item. Let's get 8 of these. Reinforce the scimitar to a +5. And I don't have any large titanite shards, but I'm going to find a lot in Sin's Fortress. And then once I open up the shortcut, I'll be able to get back to Andre pretty quickly before going to Anor Londo. Good old Sin's Funhouse. I like this level. Let me switch to the Zweihander. The Zweihander works really well against these snake men because you can pancake them. There's a pressure plate here, you step on it and that happens, so you gotta watch out. Got a new enemy here with more poise than most of the other enemies we have fought so far, but the Zweihander makes relatively quick work of them. Ow. 2 R2s, and he's done for. See if I can get the backstab. Yeah, there we go. 1 backstab. Very nice. It's the Soul of a Brave Warrior. I think that's the first one you can find, and it gives you a really decent amount of souls. Alright, there's actually a good bit of stuff down here in the form of titanite demons and a scythe. So let's see here. I'm going to switch over to the rusted iron ring because there's like mud or something down there that will slow you down when you try to walk in it. So I'm going to try to get all the goodies from down here. If you jump down, you can survive it and climb up this way. I will go back down to the titanite demons, but I want to come up here first. It's an illusory wall. I said illusory wall. There we go. I guess you have to hit it. Then you climb up here and you get to access the giant who raised the gates to Sin's Fortress. And for some reason he's hostile. I'm not sure why. Yeah, there he is. You can hop off of here and die if you wanted to. But yeah, as soon as he sees you, he like comes in for the attack. I'm like, why? Are you territorial about your roof here? Well, he definitely is working himself up. Almost got him. There we go. Alright, and he always drops titanite chunks, so if you need an extra chunk, it's definitely worth taking him out. Here's the chain that he pulled to open the gate. You can get a lovely view of the bridge and everything down there. And the old undead parish. The bell tower. Yeah. I'm a big fan of, you know, Dark Souls' way of, like, you can look back at where all you've been. A lot of people, you know, a lot of Dark Souls fans kind of obsess over that a little bit. And I do too, even though I can't really explain why that's so interesting. I guess because so many games, like, don't really let you do that. Or at least they didn't before Dark Souls was a thing, so... I don't know. Okay, can I fast roll with the Grass Crest Shield? Yes, I can. Alright. Yeah. Use the Zweihander and hopefully do more decent poise damage on this guy. Stagger him more easily. Whoop. Gotta pick my shots carefully. Oof. Yeah, this mud or whatever it is would cause you to walk very slowly like you would in the bottom of Blighttown, but if you equip the Rusted Iron Ring, you're all good. Are you stuck up here? Nope, he's not. Whoa, Nelly. There we go. Dropped another demon titanite. If you kill all of the titanite demons up until Sin's Fortress, you'll have enough demon titanite to fully reinforce one boss weapon. Yeah, this one kind of guarding some items over here. He's guarding a soul of a something and the scythe. Just a regular scythe. It's not a great scythe, but it's a halberd type weapon. And I don't consider it a scythe, it's really more of a glaive. But that's just how they translated it. And it's a pretty decent dex weapon. It does slash damage. It's a halberd that does slash damage. There we go. Alright. Soul of a brave warrior and more demon titanite. There it is, the scythe. Let's see here. 14 strength, 12 dex. I remembered all of the halberd weapons requiring 16 strength, but I guess not. Interesting. Halberd with a large blade, scythe adjusted for battle. Designed especially for slicing, however, one false swing leaves one wide open. Yeah, not my favorite halberd type weapon, but whatever. It's there. It's there if you want it, if that's your thing. I like the regular halberd and the gargoyle halberd the best. Those are my preferences. You have to be careful here because there's actually 2 titanite demons in this area. One that's further back and will shoot lightning at you if you're not careful. You got this one who's guarding the doorway. Yikes. Ow. And really, there's not much reason to kill these guys unless you want the demon titanite that they drop. Ooh, somehow I avoided that. Damn. Uh-oh. Ow. Now he's just gonna spam lightning at me. Ow. Sometimes it's easier to just cheese these guys with like a bow and stuff. Except I don't hardly have any arrows. Well, let me see. I'd have more than I think. No, not really. Do these wooden arrows, I guess. Sheesh. Ugh. That damage, though. Well, it'll add up. Oh, he's just derping out now. Oh, he staggered. Nice. I want to say if you hit him right where his head would be, that'll stagger him every time like a headshot. So I can just... Ow. Yikes. Almost out of Estus. That's not Gouda. Trying to whittle him down enough to where I can finish him off with a Zweihander more easily. I hate that there's 2 of these things together in the same room. It's No bueno. Just retreat here, get that other one to leash a bit. Oh, jeez. Dang it. Really? I'm out of Estus. Ended up having to heal myself with humanity. It's like he's in the worst spot, too. To be able to, like, reach around the corner and hit you with the lightning where you can't reach him. Ah. Damn. Still hit me. See, I feel like that should have hit. No. And he can hit through walls, too. That's another fun thing about the Titanite demon. Alright, let me see here. I think I can finish him off now. I hope. Shoot. Ow. Really don't need to die here. Let's see. Oh shit. Damn it. All those arrows down the toilet. What the? I did not even realize he had jumped down here. You know what? I don't need that negativity in my life. I'm just going to carry on with Sin's Fortress, and I will come back to these two Titanite demons when I'm a little bit stronger. So anyway, yeah. Let me do a quick run through Sin's Fortress. It's actually really easy to move. Well, if you do it right. It's just homeward bound. I'm playing like shit today. Alright, you can run past these two snake men. And then get to, like, right here, where you can run towards that and then just start dashing. And you can dash through. There we go. That's how you do that. You can just run around that guy. Keep going. Most likely he'll get knocked off by a pendulum. But not always, so... If not, just get your Sly-Hander ready. Pancake him twice, and he's toast. This guy you gotta watch out for. The snake men can drop their weapons, which is nice. Two large titanite shards from that chest. Gonna upgrade probably the scimitar with that. This serpent guy, this particular one, does not respawn. He's just there to show you that there are boulders rolling by. That one, I need to get him to open up this wall for me. Let me see here. Punch him, wake him up. You need to get on this side of him and get him to do a particular attack against this wall. If you do it. There we go. That's what I wanted. Pancake. And it again. There we go. Whew. Alright. So I don't have the master key, so I can't free Logan just yet. But here he is.
You seem quite lucid. A rare thing in these times. I am Logan. I'm a bit cooped up, as you can see. I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive.
It's locked. Yeah. And I think this with this soul item here is locked too. Yeah. Gotta get the cage key. Or if you have the master key, you can unlock them with that. Alright, just watch out for the boulders. And run straight ahead. And there you go. We're gonna run up here. Gotta get away from the serpent dude. Let's see here. Yep. I was thinking he might have gotten hit by a boulder, but he didn't. So get the Ring of Steel protection, and I think that has some interesting lore on the Knights of Berenike, if I'm not mistaken. This ring belonged to the Night King Rendell. It grants its wearer protection by boosting defense against physical attacks. Of the many legends surrounding the Night King Rendell, one of the more well-known speaks of his standing down a giant drake and slashing it to pieces. It sounds like something Twin Fang Bjor would do from Demon Souls. Get the show tail down here. Not show tell to show and tell. And look who it is. Sigmire.
Oh ho! Ah, where did you come from? Splendid news, I tell you. Ah, so you see my plight. Yes, indeed. I've run up against a wall, or a ball to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, but who knows? Perhaps we'll have another development.
Oh, Sigmire.
Perhaps I could try some rolling. Bah, no chance. My head would spin.
Always waiting around for fate to fix your own problems.
Perhaps I could, bah.
Unwilling to do anything on your own. Unwilling to take any initiative. Yeah. Watching the lore videos on Sigmire has made me not like him. The more you know, they say. Let me get up here to a safe zone and I'll read that Shotail item description. Alright, let's see here. It's a dex weapon, 9 strength, 14 dex. Curved sword with sharply curved blade, created by Arstor, Earl of Kareem. Requires great skill to wield, but evades shield defense to sneak in damage. So it has a unique art too that will allow you to hit around a shield, basically. Pretty useful. I like it in PvP a good bit against the people who decide to turtle up. A little trap there. Serpent dude waiting around the corner. Let's see. Okay, nothing else in this room. So now, those big boulders are about to come falling down this way. I'll run up here and drop down right here. Got a large soul of a proud knight. And let's see. I don't want to drop down there just yet. Yeah, snake stuck to me. There's that corpse for the Black Sorcerer set, as well as a sorcery called Hush. Open this up and have a shortcut, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, and this goes back down around the other way. Alright, cool. So let's have a look at that sorcery and that armor set. Sorcery developed by a certain surreptitious sorcerer at Vinheim Dragon School masks all noises of caster. Effectively, Vinheim is controlled by the Dragon School, and it is no wonder that the town has its share of dark secrets. It's another sorcery I thought that had a very similar description, but maybe not. Maybe it was that one that works like an alluring skull. I forget the name of it though. My memory is so bad here lately. Let's see, I don't want to fall down there yet. If you drop down here, you get access to a ring that basically has the same effect as Hush. And here it is, the Slumbering Dragon Crest ring. We've seen other Dragon Crest rings. This is the slumbering one. This ring was secretly worn by a certain surreptitious sorcerer at Vinheim Dragon School. The ring is engraved with an everlasting dragon in silent slumber, and masks all sound emitting from its wearer. So if you want to be super quiet, you just use that. Yeah, I don't want to jump down there, I want to jump down here. There we go. Oh, there's an item there. How do I get that? I'm honestly not even sure. Yeah, no, I'm not sure how to get to that, and I don't even know what it is. I might have to actually look that up. Alright, back around this way. Away we go. Had a rough start there to Sin's Fortress trying to fight those titanite demons, but honestly this is really not a bad area at all. As long as you kind of more or less know what to expect. Well, keep thinking it's gonna... I want the boulders to go this way so I can get the gold serpent ring. There we go. Alright, you just follow it on down here. And this hole is going to fill with boulders and eventually smash that wall down. In the meantime, let me see here. Do I have any Lloyd's talismans? I do. I've got 4 of them. This is the first mimic you can encounter in the game, and you can tell it's a mimic in multiple ways, really. If you look at it closely enough, you'll eventually see it breathing. This one's being very shy. Might have to get closer. But also the chain. When the chain points like forward, like towards you, instead of curling back and around, then you know for sure that it's a mimic. Mimic chains always look different. But when in doubt, you can always hit it. You can always pop it with Lloyd's Talisman. That will cause the mimic to fall asleep, and you can safely pillage the item. And certain occasions, they'll drop the Symbol of Avarice. If you keep using a Lloyd's Talisman to put it to sleep, you can keep trying to get the Symbol of Avarice. So might be able to get, might not be able to. It's a fairly rare drop. I only got one more talisman left, so... Ow! Jeez Louise. Let's see. Nope, still ain't giving it. Oh well. Okay. Yeah. Just got bust open here. Get the covetous gold serpent ring. Read that description. The serpent is an imperfect dragon and symbol of the undead. Its habit of devouring prey, even larger than itself, has led to an association with gluttony. This gold ring engraved with the serpent boosts its wearer's item discovery so that more items can be amassed. Yeah, so if you're farming for particular items, the gold serpent ring and 10 soft humanity will max out your item discovery. Alright. Get on this platform where there's a big blood splatter. And make sure you don't add any more blood to it as it goes up into those spikes. Yeah. Alright, so once you make it up here, I'm going to come down this way and go up these steps. Start to see like a lot of cogs and things. It reminds me of a clock tower in different Castlevania games. And you want to turn this this boulder to go out this way. Then it just shoots like straight out of Sin's Fortress, and that will allow Sigmire to go to his next location. Hold shield up, pressure plate, and just, yeah, tank those hits. A lot of these statues of Silver Knights as well. I think that's telling of Sin's Fortress and what it used to be. Proving ground for the Silver Knights. There we go. There's another one up here. Blah. Okay, and there's one back here guarding some large titanite. Two large titanite shards. How many have I got now? 4? It's not bad. There's a merchant up here where you can buy large and green titanite shards from. Alright, so out here, there's a serpent man who will throw lightning at you in a very narrow walkway. So you just want to carefully walk across here. As long as you keep moving, stop right here, and then move again. Serpent won't be able to shoot you or anything as long as you just keep going. There's that. There is a place where you can drop down here, but I think that's instant death. Not sure though. Alright, and we've made it up to the top of Sin's Fortress. Still plenty of hazards about, promise you that. But you want to drop down here and get the bonfire to Sin's Fortress. Easy to miss if you're not paying attention. Let's see, I'm actually gonna use some humanity here and kindle this thing once. At this point, I could kindle bonfires more than once, but I don't feel the need to do that to most of them. I may end up kindling the bonfire over at Andre's up to 20. Probably help me fighting those stupid titanite demons. They were giving me so much trouble earlier. Alright, let's see. We go down here. I think there's the flame stone plate ring, and there's a couple of Balder Knights as well. If you want to farm for their equipment, they will drop all of their stuff. But the main thing you might want to farm for that you can't buy from the merchant is going to be their weapon. Look at their Balder armor. I think you can buy the armor from the merchant. Either way, these Balder Knights have a higher drop rate for the Balder side sword than the ones in the Undead Burg do. Well, look at there. Speaking of the devil. And the flame stone plate ring. Let's read that ring and then the Balder armor and the Balder side sword. Stone plates, the symbol of a true knight, grant the strength to face various hardships. The red stone plate symbolizes fire and boosts defense against flame. Let's see, here we go. Armor worn by the knights of the ancient kingdom of Balder. It is made from thick iron plates. Balder was the homeland of the Night King Rendel, who we just read about from the Ring of Steel Protection. But it came to ruin after a great many undead were spawned. Oh, those pesky undead. The knights of the ancient kingdom of Balder wielded these rock-solid long swords which are excellent for thrust attacks. Balder was the home of Night King Rendel, but the kingdom was reduced to ruins after a widespread outbreak of undead. Basically, these, medieval kingdoms having what amounts to a zombie apocalypse. Which I wish that there was like a zombie horror game, maybe like vampires or something, that took place in medieval times. I think a medieval horror game would be really fun. Large soul of a brave warrior. Get these 2 large titanite shards. That'll make 6 for me. And I want to take out that giant that's throwing the giant fire bombs because he's really annoying and I don't like him. So I'm going to do that first. Then I'll get the cage key. And I'll probably call it in a bit. Yeah, he would just throw fire bombs at you nonstop. Without a care in the world. Oh, he's about to do that. You jackass. There we go. A little bit of damage added by a magic weapon is pretty neat. And he always drops a titanite chunk as well. And he does not respawn. So thankfully, once you've taken him out, you don't have to worry about fire bombs anymore. Alright, we're going to jump back down here. And we're going to get the cage key, used for unlocking the shortcut and freeing Big Hat Logan. You have to jump across here. Here's the crestfallen merchant.
What? What? Who are you? Ah, another undead, eh? I took on Sen's fortress alone, but I'm no different from those vile creatures. I was driven by conceit. Ah, you think you're different? That you can handle it? Yes, I remember that feeling. For I was the same. So, let me help you out. With your soul searching. There's nothing more to say. I'm finished. We're both on the brink, you see. End of story. You bloody fool. Let me give you a nibble of advice. Don't even consider visiting Anor Londo. Not in your state. For a century they've tried and failed. the Night King Rendell, Black Iron Tarkus, and even Logan himself. You won't stand a chance. You'll be eaten alive. But go along if you wish, if only to deepen your despair. Let me give you a... Don't even For a century, they've tricked the Night King Rendell, Black Iron Tarkus, and
That makes me think that the Night King Rendell and Black Iron Tarkus may have both been chosen undead. Or chosen undeads, or whatever. Yeah, so he sells all kinds of interesting stuff here. Black fire bombs, green blossoms, all kinds of titanite. A great sword. One of the gigantic straight great swords. Very few have what it takes to wield this incredibly heavy, damage-dealing monster. A favorite of the Knights Berenike, known for their heavy armor and black iron Tarkus. The great axe, which I got one of those from the depths. The Balder Shield, shield of the Knights of the ancient kingdom of Balder, tweaked for improved stability. Balder was the home of Night King Rendell, but the kingdom was reduced to ruins after widespread outbreak of undead. And the Tower Shield, metal great shield used by Knight Berenike, known for his heavy armor. This thick plate of iron is heavily defensive, but ultra heavy. Great shields are very stable and deflect attacks. However, one cannot parry and instead bashes with the shield. Yeah, and its base stability without upgrading it is 72. Like, wow. It sells arrows and bolts. Then the Katarina set that Sigmire is wearing. Distinctly shaped helm worn by the Knights of Katarina. Outside Katarina is often ridiculed for its onion-like shape, infuriating the proud knights, but the masterfully forged curved design, excuse me, makes it very effective for parrying. I don't know where they're getting that from. It doesn't make anything easier to parry, but whatever. Then we get the steel set, which is the Berenike set, basically. Known for their heavy armaments and armor, countless knights of Berenike, once extolled as the mightiest of mighty, became undead and ventured to Lordran. But their journey was for naught, as they went hollow and became a threat to all undead. Yeah, the various Berenike knights we see throughout the game, yeah, is indicative of that. And this merchant is wearing this set, but I don't think he's an actual knight of Berenike. I figure he probably just, like, found the stuff that he's wearing. And of course the full Balder set. So he does sell it. Then other stone plate rings. One for thunder, and one that's blue, or it's gives you magic defense. So he does sell some pretty neat stuff.
Let me give you a... You won't...
It's not saying much of anything else.
Nothing at all? Fine then. Rush in like a naked babe and be skinned alive.
Yeah, he talks down to you and then has the audacity to get mad whenever you don't buy anything from him. It's one of the few merchants, though, that sells green blossoms, so he is useful for that, for sure. The only other one is Marvelous Chester. You don't get access to him till the DLC. Alright, and we got the cage key. Let's see here. Key to the hanging cage in Sin's fortress. If a hapless adventurer becomes fatigued during an imprudent attempt to overcome the fortress, the Serpent Men will not kill him, but lock him up in a lonely cage. Eventually, unless they have forgotten, they drag the victim off to who knows where. It would seem that Big Hat Logan was forgotten about in that cage. I just want to say, didn't he say he'd been there for a long time or something? I don't know. I imagine he managed to get inside Sin's fortress, and it's probably not the most physically apt person. And he just got tired, like, trying to avoid all the traps, and ended up getting captured. Fun stuff. Let me do this. I don't think this fall will kill you, but let me just play it safe. There we go. Get the sniper crossbow. Let's read that. large crossbow with long distance used by Kareem snipers, often used with sniper bolts. But while crossbows are normally easy to use, the sniper crossbow requires dexterity. And 20 strength. That's odd. And what sucks is it's like a sniper crossbow that has longer distance on its shots, but you can't manually aim it. That's what I don't like about crossbows in this game, and I feel like they should have implemented that. Like, how hard could it have been to... Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Alright, let's see. How long have I been recording here? Yeah, with all the footage put together, this is probably going to make one whole video. So I'm going to go ahead and call it at this bonfire. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon with more Dark Souls, where we will do the rest of Sin's Fortress. And until then, y'all take care.